This is an extremely advanced duo slash trial next guide by Born for PVM and Smokey9112. This video has 4 parts: requirements, getting the Zaros bank, inventory and gear setup, and the smoke phase. This is part 1, requirements: chaotic crossbow, pack yak, full pernix, rigor prayer, ring of vigor, divine slash Elysian, dragon claws, full ceremonial, the frozen key, overloads, and a chaotic rapier. To get to Zaros bank, just follow what I do in the video. You're going to need a full set of ceremonial, teleports to Trollheim, frozen key, energy potion, a recovery special, 3 Ceradomin brews, and a super restore at bare minimum in case you get frozen. You don't want to die in there. Just follow the path I take. It's probably the quickest way. Once you come up to the boulder, you're going to squeeze under it. When running the God Wars, you're going to notice that the multi-way will disappear for a few seconds and then come back. As soon as it comes back, drink your energy potion and put run back on. You can just look at the arrows and it will be timed perfectly. Once inside, drink your recovery special, boost your special attack back up so you don't have to wait for it at the bank. And last thing that I really need to mention is make sure your key has enough uses. It does go down to 0 charges with a recent update, so it doesn't break when it's at 1 charge. A lot less annoying. And just pray magic and run past the kill count. Once you get to the bank, you're going to want to gear up, and this is the gear I use. You can switch out the Pernix if you can't afford that with Void. You're probably going to need a Spirit Shield. A deflector is not recommended because since it's a duo slash trio, you're going to be tanking a lot more than if you were in an 8-man team. So the protection from the shield is going to keep you from brewing, which is in turn going to keep your stats raised because you're not brewing as much. If that makes sense. And then I've got 6 Ceradomin brews, 8 super restores, 5 recovery specials, 2 overloads, 1 anti, which I'm gonna bank after I sip before I go in. Teleports, unicorn scroll, claws, ring of vigor, diamond bolt C for the last phase. Got a rapier. When I duo or trio, I do not use a ring of wealth. I usually loot share, so I can use the LSP I get from the item. If I do not loot share, I still don't use a ring of wealth. I just don't really like them too much. Got 10 super restores, 19 Ceradomin brews, and a unicorn. That's the yak. Here's the inventory. Here's the gear again. Yep, that's everything. Alright, once you go in, pray magic and put on your dragon claws and ring of vigor. If you're tanking, pray melee. You'll tank if you're farthest away on every phase. If everyone is the same distance, you'll tank if you have the lowest defense bonuses. This includes defensive prayers, armor, and stats. Claw as much as you can this phase. Once next does or there is no escape attack, get out of the middle or you'll always get hit. This attack can deal up to 900 damage, so eat, don't risk dying. She also does 2 other attacks this phase. One of them gives you a virus, also known as the cough, and if you stand near another player it will spread. This isn't a big deal in duos slash trios. Her last special move on this phase is her grab attack, which removes your protection prayer and stuns you for a bit. Another thing I should mention is every melee attack on the smoke phase will drain your current prayer points by 25%. So watch your prayer and keep it low if you are tanking. Once Nex calls Fummus, it is important to lure Nex away from the players killing Fummus. There are multiple ways to lure Nex. All of them require Nex to be in the middle of the room to get into the lured spots, or the lure spots. If Nex is not in the middle, you can get her there by waiting for the there is no escape attack, or you can do this trick shown here to get Nex to the middle. If Nex is attacking your teammates and she is inside the yellow circle on the radar, you can stand on the red circle and wait for her toes to face towards you. Look at the orange circle and the direction of her toes. Once they turn, walk to the green circle and Nex should fling to the middle. Sometimes she will turn around and attack your teammates at Fumus instead of fling to the middle. If she does this, just repeat until she flings over. Or you could wait till there is no escape attack. Once she is in the middle, you can walk her to a lure spot, which I will show you now, and I will show you where they are. It is important that you know how to walk next. You may need to practice this before you can perfect luring. Once Nex is in the middle, walk her west from the middle, and then stand on the blue circle, which will show up shortly. Sometimes Nex will unlure herself from the spot, but for the most part she is stuck there and can attack you. If she does unlure herself, you can walk her all the way to the east wall and back to the blue circle, or get next to the middle by any means and walk her back to the blue circle. Another lure is the south wall lure. Walk Nex south from the middle, or you can just run to the south wall while Nex's attention is on you. And if she is in the middle, she will chase you or fling towards you to get up against the south wall. Once you have her at the south wall, walk back and forth between the wall barriers as shown in the video. Sometimes Nex will do a there is no escape attack, in which case you can stand on the green square and it will be just far enough away for Nex's attacks to not reach you, but for her to still be focused on you. After a while, she will run at you or fling at you, then you can just use the south wall lure spot again. The whole purpose of luring is to take minimum damage while your teammates kill Fumus without getting damaged by Nex's magic attacks, or any attacks. Your teammate should notify you when Fumus is dead, so you can hit once and move her on to her next stage.